Encoding overloaded, consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. An error code. System can't keep up with the recording. Frames are not being written. System can't keep up with the recording. Frames are not being written. We try again or try with a smaller region, lower frame rate or another codec. The lower the frame rate, system can't keep up with the recording. Frames are not being written. We try again or try with a smaller region, lower frames per second or another codec. Lower FPS or another codec. Guest artist Q&A with special thanks to Tito Puente's son, Tito Puente Jr. for his collaboration on this project. Guest artist Q&A with Carlos Aponte. Today's doodle was illustrated by New York-based guest artist Carlos Aponte below, and he shares his thoughts behind the making of this doodle. Q. Why was this topic meaningful to you personally? A. The topic was meaningful because Tito was part of my musical experience growing up in Puerto Rico. My aunt introduced me to Tito Puente via Doodle, a famous singer in Puerto Rico and New York. Tito was like a Svengali for talents like Celia Cruz. He was a household name, so Tito was part of my Puerto Rican soundtrack. Q. What were your first thoughts when you were approached about working on this doodle? A. My first thoughts were with my aunt, who introduced me to this. My first thoughts were with my aunt, who introduced me to his music and Motown sound, and she would have been delighted and proud, but unfortunately she passed away last year. What message do you hope people take away from your doodle? A. I feel there are several messages, and I love what you do. Train, study, and to be the best you can be. If you excel, everything else will fall into place. There are no shortcuts. Those who make it easily don't last long. Tito was a perfect example. He was the best. Celebrating Tito Puente, where you don't need from the US and from New York. I think it's time to stop. I think it's time to stop recording. Okay. Understand?